Let's be honest, if you're planning to stay on the Las Vegas Strip, Harrah's is not going to be at the top of your hotel wish list. I'm not sure what I was expecting going into my trip, but for under $90 a night, I got a lot more than I bargained for. If you're looking for a great strip location, a clean, comfortable, renovated room, and a price that'll leave you some cash for other parts of your vacation, keep on watching. While all units at Harrah's have undergone renovations in the last decade, the Mountain Tower rooms were renovated more recently in 2020, which ultimately for me was the deciding factor. I paid $87.25 all in after taxes and fees. Quick note, the Mountain Tower rooms are some of the smallest on the Strip, measuring between 280 and 300 square feet. While Harrah's Valley Tower rooms were renovated a few years earlier, they'll provide you with more elbow room at 340 square feet and the potential for a strip view. Thankfully, I had no issues checking in at the kiosk and was able to skip all of this hassle. I was thrilled to see that I'd been given a room on the 43rd floor and promptly headed to the corresponding elevator lobby, which was just a few steps away from the check-in kiosk. Harrah's features the best elevator technology in Las Vegas, as its elevators travel directly from floor 2 to 43 without passing any intermediate floors. It literally teleports. Why aren't all hotels in Vegas using this tech? I couldn't wait to get into the room and see those mountain peaks. Wait a second, I think I had been had. No mountains, and the view reminded me of my garden level apartment I lived in shortly after graduating college. This security guard was in on the ruse. Disappointing. Okay, so I wasn't on the 43rd floor. The signage, the elevator, and the security guard all misled me, but this room had a lot more good qualities than bad. Although the renovation is now 5 years old, it felt like it was completed within the last year. Fixtures were all in great shape, and I'm a sucker for the self-closing drawers. I initially thought the carpet was dirty and spotted in a few areas, but upon closer inspection, I realized it's in perfect shape with excellent texture retention. The overall coziness factor was high. I had a nice chuckle at the dry bar, which contained the ultimate chicken and the egg item, the $59.99 intimacy kit. If you're depending on the Harrah's intimacy kit, you ain't getting intimate. In reviewing any hotel room, I'm looking for maintenance mishaps, cleanliness concerns, and other issues that could impact a customer's stay. I've already mentioned it, but this room was tiny. The small window and view made it feel even a bit more claustrophobic than the 280-ish square feet. The video might not do it justice, and traveling with two people with suitcases, it would feel very tight. On the cleanliness and maintenance front, I found only one hair on the base of the toilet, some light staining on the ceiling near the windows, and a couple of gouges on the desk stool. There was also no mini fridge, a disappointment, as there is a CVS right next door at Casino Royale. Now, I'm not usually one to complain about the bed. You can give me a piece of plywood to plop down onto, and I will be happy, but I could not escape this crevice. It was like a black hole, the crushing gravity pulling me deeper and deeper in as the night waned. I'm sure it was just a one-off fluke. Harrah's has a small resort footprint with a casino floor that felt maze-like. I never seemed to really grasp my bearings during my stay, even with the resort being much smaller than most of the other strip properties. You may be staying at Harrah's for its proximity to other mega resorts, but there are still some unique things to do on site. Carnival Court is a bar located outside the South Strip entrance between Harrah's and Link, offering free live music, although you'd better be in a jovial partying mood because it is loud. Right inside the South entrance is the Piano Bar. I was bummed I didn't get to catch Big Elvis, who puts on a free show on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 2 to 6 p.m. However, on my Tuesday night stay, I could see some all-star karaoke taking place, and the joint was absolutely rockin'. Several show options range from musical comedies to X-rated country-themed burlesque and mind reading. As mentioned earlier, the casino floor was a labyrinth for a smaller resort. The short ceilings may have exacerbated this feeling. Table game minimums were $10 for blackjack, roulette, and craps, and $5 for Ultimate Texas Hold'em, Mississippi Stud, and 3-card poker. The sportsbook was small, but modern and cool looking with a subterranean feel. Although seating was somewhat limited, it could be an ideal place to watch a game if you can snag a seat. On the food and drink front, Harrah's small footprint was jam-packed with bars scattered about where you could post up and take in the scenery. I spent a fair amount of time at this bar in the back of Harrah's near check-in in front of the fabulous Las Vegas sign, catching up with some family members who are also in town. The Lounge is the classiest bar in the joint, and the theme reminded me a bit of our Luxor Tower Suite we booked a few months back. Very green, very gold. Pizza Cake, located in the front of Harrah's bordering the Strip, has been known to offer some solid drink deals, and they still may be offering the $21.95 for 2 slices in a 16-ounce beer deal when you visit. This is a go-to pizza spot for Jake, and he's found it to be one of the more quality slices you can find. For affordable eats on the Harrah's property, the Fulton Street Food Hall offers a wide variety of fast casual options, including sandwiches at Chicken Guy, Bobby's Burgers, and a selection of noodles, sushi, and bakery items. Pinup Pizza offered a slice and a fountain drink for just $9.99 if you're a lighter eater. Did we just see an actual good food deal on the Strip? You let me know in the comments. For higher end dining, there's Ruth's Chris Steakhouse and Ramsey's Kitchen. While I haven't tried this specific Gordon Ramsay experience, I've eaten at a few others over the years, and I've always found them to be a worthwhile special occasion when I'm in Vegas with spouses and friends. I had breakfast at Walk-Ons, which is tucked away in the back of Harrah's on the way to the monorail. It's a sports bar, there are plenty of TVs, and even a betting kiosk if you're inclined to hang out there for a few games. I ordered the French toast, which came with eggs and a side of protein, for $22.99, and a cup of coffee for $6.49. The meal was superb, and I had no regrets, though it wasn't a huge portion, which is something you're going to want to keep in mind if you're a bigger eater. Harrah's does have a pool. It's a small scene and it's stuffed between the Harrah's and Link properties. The main pool was the standard, kind of boring rectangular shape, and a significant portion of it was shaded when I visited mid-afternoon, which can be a good or bad thing depending on your preferences. There's a secondary pool that's more of a puddle, as it's just 10 inches deep, perfect if you're looking to dampen your butt and nothing else. There's also a small bar, which was the only thing that got me to spend any significant amount of time out there. If the pool is an essential amenity for you when you're visiting Las Vegas, Harrah's probably isn't going to be at the top of your list. Harrah's is a small resort in a great location, offering modern, comfortable rooms with a few decent dining and drink options. Harrah's isn't a Las Vegas super resort with endless entertainment, a sprawling pool scene, a ton of scenery, or a room where you can spread your wings and be comfortable for an extended period. I'm always exploring when I'm in town, and the hotel room really only serves as a home base. I'm looking for a good location, a clean room at a reasonable price, and I don't put as much value in on-site entertainment. I'm not afraid to walk or ride to the action wherever that may be. If you're looking for a no-frills resort option on the Strip for potentially under $100, you're not going to be disappointed with Harrah's.